Hey, 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 how y'all doing? I'm Laurie, the Thrifty Picker. Hope y'all can hear me. I've been having a little bit of issues with this new mic. I don't know why. Um, so I'm going to go over here and turn on the chat because I want to make sure that let me go over here and oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this one. Go here. See. Oh, I just love the thumbnail from episode 27. That was nice of me. Hope everybody had a great weekend, had a great Mother's Day. Trying to get this going here. Come on, I want to get the chat going. All right, let me move this over here so I can see the chat. There we go. I'm fickle today. A little late getting on the ball. I had some good sales. I've sold 8 things since Friday. Um, but I've been a little late getting that going because I had to go get blood work done, blah blah blah. You know, when you have to have blood work done, you can't eat for X amount of 24 hours or whatever before, and so I had to go get something to eat after that. So, and then I had to come home and pull all the solds, and so Friday I hit my sister and I hit a mini yard sale from a neighbor that lives here. Picked up a few things there, so I wanted to show you that. I'll show you what I sold. Our Saturday we had a reunion, or we call it the Shadow Lakers reunion here, the community where we grew up. Kids I have people well they're not kids anymore, they're adults, people I haven't seen in probably 30 years, some of them. Uh, we had a great turnout. We had the band that I played. It was awesome. We had a second band that was my sister's husband and her band followed us. Everybody had a great time. I'm going to try to load some of those videos to our band page. We're called The Middle. So you need to go check that out and give us a like. Here, probably in the next day or two, we're going to try to get as many of those videos because I know a lot of people were doing live feeds for us on Facebook on their pages. So I'm going to try to get those links and post them on our page. But um, without further ado, I'm going to show you what I sold and then I'll show you what I picked up Friday before all the fun started. So has and eBay has been a fickle little thing this past few weeks, but then all of a sudden it's like boom, boom, boom. I had all these sales. So I'm happy with that. And I've been sitting on the fence on whether or not to do free returns. Um, and I think I'm just going to wait a while before I jump on that bandwagon just to see how well it goes. So um, let me get things situated here and I'll show you what I sold. Sold this just a few minutes ago. I've had this for a little while. It's just a Callaway golf hat. Sunrise Vista, Nellis Air Force Base, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's actually new. It's never been worn. It's still got the cardboard insert here. I paid 50 cents for this hat, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. So I'm happy with that. Can't beat that. So if you can hear me, let me know in the chat because I don't know. I can see my little green dots going up, so I'm assuming this audio is working as at the moment. But like I said in the title, normally I do this in the morning, like around 7:30 or so. But I had to be at the doctor early, get my blood drawn and all that. So, and then I had to go have my, couldn't have any coffee this morning. Oh, it was miserable. Those that know me know I have to have my coffee in the morning. So it was the first place I headed afterwards was to get some coffee. I picked this up at a thrift shop. In fact, I think I showed this in my last haul video. This is one of the models that I picked up. It's the P51D Mustang, 148 scale model, and I listed it for parts, as is for parts, because for one, it doesn't have the instructions. I don't even know if it has all the parts, so that's why I listed it as a partial. So I mean, it looks like it may have. I know But then again, I just didn't know. So and without the instruction sheet and the list of parts that's supposed to be in it, there's no way to tell. So it's sold for, hold on one second, close this box up. It sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Um, so can't beat that. So that it's going out the door at $16.29. The hat will go out. I think it's going. Yeah, can't think of the word. Regional A for like 7 something, I think. So it's like $29 with shipping. And then we have this. This is a shrug sweater by Coldwater Creek. Just a little navy blue shawl, shrug sweater. I can't speak. Picked that up for, let's see, 58 cents. And it sold for $9.99 plus shipping. So it's going out for $14.44. And we have this, let me get that off of there. This is a hooded sweater. It's called Love Change, full zipped women's small fleece hooded fleece. It's a lined hood, but it's a cable knit sweater, full zip with the leather and wood buttons. Nice little sweater there. It's sold for, I paid 58 cents for it. It sold for $12.99 plus shipping. It's going to California. And it's going priority because it actually weighs more than a pound, and they have to pay, I think, $8 for shipping or something like that. So $8.99 or something like that, or $8.29. I forget what it is. Shipping on that. And then I sold. This is a Brooks Brothers French cuff, long sleeve button front, the 346, white collar, non-iron. Nice, really nice dress shirt. French cuffs with the fancy cuff links on there, and all that goodness. That I paid. I think I got that for like $1 or something like that. Let me see. This is the Brooks Brothers, so I paid. No, I take that back. I paid $5.32 for it. It sold for $18.99 plus shipping. That's first class. I think it's going to, I want to say Arizona, maybe. So for like $4.32 or something like that to ship that. And then we have a Jennifer Lopez little snake print light turtleneck knit top, purple and white, really neat. That I paid, Jennifer, $1.59. It sold for, I think, $15.99 plus shipping. So it's going or $15 plus shipping. So it's going $18.99. Hi, Karen. How you doing? And then I sold this Tommy Hilfiger. This is just a men's polo, nice short sleeve polo. That sold for, let's see, where's that at? Tommy Hilfiger. That sold for $11, and that's actually one of my items that I have not converted to free shipping yet, or to calculated shipping. So shipping's on me for this one. So I'll probably make about six bucks off of it, but I only paid $1 for it. So, hi Bridget, how you doing? A little late getting things started today. Had a lot going on this morning, doctor and all that good stuff, and so. Oh, I had a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. Even if it's whether you have two-legged children or four-legged fur babies or two-winged babies, whatever it is. I hope you guys had a great Mother's Day. We had a great turnout for Saturday's reunion party, and it was absolutely wonderful. Great. The band, we had a ball. Then we had a band behind, kind of come up behind us. They come in and played. So, I mean, it was just an all-out great, wonderful time. People I haven't seen in over 30 years. It was like it was like time never passed. You know, we picked up right where we left off, joking and cutting up, and uh, like Turtle Trader, you know, cracking on one another, and it was just it was wonderful, wonderful thing. So it's now going to be a yearly thing. We're no longer going to let all that distance and time pass anymore. Life's too short. So, and these are kids that we were the neighborhood group that hung out. We did everything together. Played ball together. Played swam together. Fished. Whatever. We were always together. And you see these groups in these '80s TV shows and these '80s movies. That was us. I mean, it was like they could probably make a that show. Stranger Things kind of reminds me. All the time frame reminds me of some of the things that we used to do. Although we didn't get abducted by aliens or nothing like that, or whatever that show's about. But it was great. Some of the things we talked about, the memories, and it was just wonderful. So one other thing that sold was this Coldwater Creek. It's becoming to be a very good brand for me. Um, let's see. I paid 58 cents for this. It sold for 15.99 plus shipping, and it's just a button front, multicolored top. I believe that's everything I sold. So, and I'm happy with that. 8 things was better than nothing. I mean, it was crickets there for a while. And some of the stuff I bought Friday from a local yard sale. There's a guy down the street, and I bought this for my brother, which I hope he's not watching because this is going to be his Christmas present. Is this Beatles book? It's called the Beatles Unseen Archives, which I could probably sell it on eBay, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give it to him for Christmas because he loves the Beatles, and it's got some great photos. I mean, if I really wanted to be a jerk, I could rip these photos out and probably put them in a frame and sell them one by one. But I don't want to destroy a really good book like that. I mean, that's just it's got some great articles in it, some great black and white photos. It's just wonderful. Um, he's gonna love it, and I don't think he has this that I know of because I helped him move and I cleaned out his bookshelf and I don't remember seeing this. So I have one of those kind of semi photographic memories. So certain images stick in my head. Not as like my grandfather, but pretty close. Let me show you a couple of the other books that I got. Oh, I got this one is called Mad for the Decades. Mad TV or Mad Magazine. It's got all the different comics and stuff from the Mad magazine in there. Have not looked this stuff up yet, so I have no idea what they're going to go for. I just know, I would enjoy looking at that myself. So, but I only paid, I think, for everything that I got from the yard sale, I paid $6. So, and then I bought this, the Black Dahlia, which I may actually read this because there's a lot of paranormal stuff um, involved with this particular case, the Black Dahlia. I believe James Elrod is the son of the doctor or something that had something to do with this lady. Let me see, what was her name? Something smart. I do not remember her name. It's just like gone out of my head. And if I'd have seen her name, I know it's not Jean Smart because she's an actress, but let me actually read this. Let's see. What is her name? I would have thought it would have been on here. But I am going to read that, so by myself before I. And it's got a little bit of wear to it on the edges. It's got like some discoloration, and they're musty. They've been stored in totes, but they still have that musty book smell. So I'm probably going to put them in another tote with some baking soda for a couple of months before I can even list them to get that smell out of there. So, and this I've never seen this before. It's called The Lost Layson by Margaret Mitchell. And do you know what famous book and movie or book that she was the author of? Margaret Mitchell. Wait a few seconds because I know that the chat is a little behind the actual video live feed that I'm watching or that I'm seeing. So, um, no cheating, no looking it up on Google. Margaret Mitchell, what famous book did she write that they turned into a famous movie as well? I'm not going to show you to you. There you go, Maggie. Good job. Definitely Gone with the Wind. She wrote this. It's called The Lost Leison. I have never heard this book before because we're all familiar with Gone with the Wind. Um, and I know she wrote another one called Scarlet. So I'm probably going to give this to my sister just because she's a huge Margaret Mitchell fan. She's a huge Gone with the Wind fan. And see, this has a musty smell to it too. So, but I'll probably give it to her to read. And when she's done with it, she'll probably give it back to me to sell. So, oh, and then this I couldn't pass up. It has the hard cover, book cover for it's Ernest Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls, um, which it's got his picture on the back, and it's the hard. Gave the manuscript to someone else, and it was lost for years. Yep, I'd never heard of the Lost Leison, so I thought that was pretty neat. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get that. But this is an old Ernest Hemingway book, and it's got something. Oh, it has the actual dust jacket. What's left of the actual dust jacket from this? That's all that's left. But I like to. Oh man, somebody has written in this book. See, I didn't take it out of the thing, but I like old books myself. Um, yeah, this one has a really musty smell to it. And it's got the old gold. It's not even shiny anymore. It's so old. Um, but I like Ernest Hemingway, so I'll probably read this one. It's also got some kind of a stamp in it from the library of J.L. Oh, this was somebody's personal library. Hold on, let me get my third eye out here. Oh, Jesse Hogg. Oh, that was. I'm gonna have to keep this for sentimental value because I know Jesse Hogg. This was the owner. I bet he didn't even realize this was in there. I might have to give it back to him because it's stamped with her seal. She was murdered. It was his daughter. It was the guy I bought it off of. It belonged to his daughter. She was murdered down in, let's say, Florida or Louisiana or someplace about 15 years ago or so. And they finally just caught, I think last, like 6 months ago or so, they just caught the guy that did it. So I'm going to keep that because I know Jesse Hogg. So that's pretty neat. Got her stamp in it. Pretty neat. And she was a wonderful young lady. Her life was cut short way too soon. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to ask him if he wants it back. So, and then I picked this up. This is an audiobook on it's Stephen King's Gray Matter, which I have not read this book, and I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so I'm probably going to listen to it. Well, I don't even know if I have a cassette player. I actually have to read it. Gray Matter and Other Short Stories from Night Shift. So picked that up. And this one I seen, and I'm another. I love to read, so Mark Twain is one of my favorites from when I was younger. Hi, Turtle. Yeah, got this one. Mark Twain's Helpful Hints for the Good Living, a handbook for the damned human race. Edited by Lynn Salamano, Victor Fisher, and Michael B. Frank of the Mark Twain Project. A masterfully, a little tongue-tied, edited compendium that does Twain proud. I'm going to have to read this one too. I love Mark Twain. The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County is probably one of my favorite Mark Twain stories besides Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So, like I said, I have not priced these, and I actually have this book, so I know I'm going to resell it. So, this is Richard Bachman, and do y'all know who Richard Bachman actually is? This is Richard Bachman's The Regulators. Do you actually know who this really is? I'm gonna wait a second. Richard Bachman is actually a pen name for a famous author. So I'm gonna wait a second because it lags on the chat. Let's see if anybody knows who what pen name who used this pen name, Richard Bachman. No Googling. Good job, Maggie Doodle. It's Stephen King. I have every book he's ever written. I haven't read every single one, but I have every book. I've read a majority of them. I love Stephen King. And did you all know that every movie that they make of Stephen King, he has a cameo in? He's in as of right now, he's made a cameo in every single movie that they've made. That they've taken his books and made a movie out of. He's in just a short little clip. I mean, it's hard to catch him sometimes, but he's in there. Oh. But yeah, the very first book I read of his, I was in junior high school. Is it a first edition? I don't know. I think the first edition. Well, that's might be. It's the red. It's a red folder. Let me see. I don't. I think this might have been a reprint. I think I actually have a first edition of this. Let's see. Where's the numbers at? Yes, it is. First trade printing, October 1996. It is a first edition. Definitely, definitely. So yes, it is a first edition, which I'm going to check the one I have, and if it's not, I'm keeping this one and selling the one I have. Which I think I have the first edition too. I think it's the same book. Which I don't even see it. It must be on the other bookshelf. Yeah, I have more than one bookshelf, but or do I have it in paperback? I think I've got it in paperback. So this is the first edition hardback. So I might have to keep this one too. I don't know. But those are my sales and my finds. Hi Amelia, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Absolutely love Stephen King. Um, there's one book that I wish they would turn into a movie, and it's The Talisman. That's one of my favorites. Besides it, I've read the book it I don't know how many times. Seen the original I don't know how many times. Seen the newest one twice, maybe 3 times. So I mean, it's just like love his stuff. His stuff is so good. Um, and Salem's Lot, I remember when I seen that very first movie. It was come out in the 70s. So I was probably 8, maybe I can't remember, and close to that. Let's see, yeah, it came out. I can't remember the exact date that it was released, but I remember watching it. With there's my mom, my dad, myself, and my next oldest sister Kimmy. And my dad had this big black like recliner chair, and he's sitting in it, and I'm sitting on the floor in front of him. And the part where I think the boys were walking through the woods, the 2 boys at the beginning, and we're all sitting there. Mom had the lights off. The only light in the house was coming from the TV. And that Nostradamus, he pops up in those woods. It scared the crap out of me. I popped up and climbed up over top of my dad, over top of him, down the back of the chair, and down the hall I went as fast as I could run, screaming, and my head off. Scared me to death. Everybody laughing at me, and I'm like, it's not funny. Scared me to death. because it's all dark and creepy. All you hear is the kids walking and the eerie music, and all of a sudden this big dark figure. And they show this face. I'm like, oh! I take off running. And I never would come out of the back bedroom. Turn all the lights on as I went. But I think the very first book I read of his was Cujo, in junior high. Um, and I was hooked ever since. I went from Cujo, then I read Salem's Lot. And, I seen the movie as a child, but I'd never actually read the book. And so when I started reading his books, it's like, oh my God. Um, and then the Talisman. That's I still have the actual copy that I have had since it was first released back in, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s. Um, it was my sister's, or my brother's. He gave it to me, and I have read that book I don't know how many times. If you haven't read The Talisman, you have to read it. It's really, really good. Probably my all-time favorite book of his. I love all his stuff, but that's my favorite. So, but that's what I got. That's what I sold. Um, I had a few sales that I packed up. I had Thursday, or they were picked up on Fridays, but I only had two. And all of a sudden, it's like over the weekend, it's like boom, 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 cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, oh, hello, And then this morning, I had a nice cha-ching of that hat selling. So I don't know if somebody turned my store light on or what, but I hope it stays on. So, uh, so I have to get back to work. I gotta get this stuff packed up and out the door. Um, I want to thank everybody for popping in and joining me and seeing what I have, what I sold, what I bought. I definitely have to get these books into a tote with some baking soda because it smells like one of them is a little kind of a musty, moldy smell. And it's making my nose itch, probably because I keep sniffing them like a dummy to see if they smell. And I'm allergic to mold, so I'm either going to be itching really bad or sneezing my head off the rest of the day. But my sinuses are going to go. um, oh, but I think my best find was Jesse's book, so I'm definitely going to add that to my own personal collection. I can't sell that, knowing that it has her personal stamp in it. I just can't do it. It looks like one of those what do they call them, notary publics. The stamp seal thingies. It's embossed, so it's like, can't believe that's got her. I remember babysitting her when she was little. As a friend of mine and I would babysit um, Danny and Bree's children, and she was one of the kids we babysat. So when she went off, I think it was Louisiana. She was down there in the French. I think, yeah, it was the French Quarter. Um, Somebody basically picked her out of the blue to assault and murdered her. So wonderful young lady. She was so um, just she had all this talent. She's just a great young lady, and her life was cut short. So definitely going to keep that for my own personal collection as a remembrance. So, oh, but I'm glad you all stopped in. I'm going to get off here and get this stuff put away, so I can get this other stuff packed up. So, you all have a great day, great Monday. I hope you're out there plotting your next yard sale attack, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be, as soon as I get this stuff packed, I'm getting on the Yard Seller app, and I'm going to see what's going to be happening this weekend, and I'm going hunting. So you all get out there and get the picking, because you never know what you're going to find. You might find that one hidden gem that's going to set you up for life. You just never know. So, oh, I didn't show you the other two things I got. Oh my goodness, how stupid. Just remembered, only because they were sitting on the floor. Check this out. Almost forgot. This is a bookend. It's a Star Trek. I'm wanting to say it's upside down. This is 1993. It's a little dusty and dirty. I got that for $1 from the yard sale. It's like a 3D bookend with the the Enterprise, the NCC 1701. It's got dust, all kinds of. It looks like he had it outside, so I'm gonna really have to take some time to clean this up. Got that. Yeah, I know. Isn't that just well? What it was is he pulled this. I think he had it sitting behind something outside because it's like really dingy. So I'm gonna have to have fun cleaning that out. Out comes the toothbrushes and the Q-tips and all that stuff. But then he had this is what caught my eye. It's a light. It lights up, which I don't have batteries in it, but it's also the Enterprise. It's a snow globe. I have priced these two particular items because I was on my phone, of course. Um, this also has the 1701 Enterprise. This is from. Come on, let me get my third eye out back out. 1992. So, and it definitely has the little sparklies in it, and it does light up. But I don't have the batteries in it at the moment. The water's a little cloudy. I'm hoping it's just the globe itself because I have not cleaned it yet. But it also has a bubble in it, so it's going to depreciate the value some. But hey, e- even if I get $20 out of it, I only paid $1 for it. I'm happy with that. So, but I can't wait to get the batteries in it. It's clean. It's clean. It's got the clean terminals in here, so I shouldn't have any problems getting that to work. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. How had I been? But I like Star Trek too. I'm just not as big a fan. I don't collect Star Trek. So when I seen these, I already had it in mind to sell it. So, and he's a reseller too, but he deals in like Griswold cast iron stuff and things like that, and like old antiques. So he knows what I'm up to when I bought stuff from him. So he knew I was going to be selling it because he even said you could probably sell this on eBay. So why he didn't, I don't know. But I'm definitely going to do that. But I think my favorite of the two is the bookends. I had never seen the bookends. I've seen these before, like in the Spencers and stuff back when I was younger. They had Star Wars and Star Trek stuff in the old Spencers novelty stores. So that I knew I'd seen. But the bookend I had never seen before. And it's actually numbered. It's numbered 470 47060. Um, it's Paramount, still with Paramount Pictures. Uh, Validus Designs, authorized user. So that's pretty cool. So, but yeah, those are my other two finds. I'm gonna get these all cleaned up. See, my nose is itching already. It's from the dust and the mold. That's what sucks about being a reseller when you have allergies like that. But I don't care. I live right through it. I don't care. I'll work through it. Wouldn't be the first time. So, but I want to thank everybody for stopping in and having a listen and a look see. I'm going to get off here and get this stuff packed up so it's ready to go tomorrow. So, you all have a great day. I hope you have some great finds. I hope you have here the cha-ching gods are just going nuts for y'all. So, I will catch y'all later, and hopefully, I won't have anything to do tomorrow morning where I can pop in on the daily hustle with everybody. So, I'll see y'all later. Bye, everybody. Oh, I hit stop broadcast.